everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel. It is Kevin here, and the end of 2023 kind of got away from me. I have a couple of reasons why. I got sick, my partner got sick, then I got sick again, my partner got sick again, my dog got sick. The end of 2023 was a mess, honestly. And it wasn't even like a cold, it was like the big sick that we don't speak about. And it was not great. I was not happy to get sick twice. So that is why I disappeared, but I am back now. I am making videos again. In fact, I already have a whole video recorded and another one almost completely recorded that I plan on editing and uploading very soon. However, I originally wasn't planning on making this video, but then I saw Whitney LaBrie do it, and I will link her below if you don't know who she is, which you probably already do, but if you don't. She did like what she did in 2023 and then her plans for 2024, and I just thought it'd be really fun to reflect on what my goals are at the end of the year, like what my goals were for the year. I have a lot of goals for this year. I have a lot of projects I want to do, projects I want to complete, and just so many little things I want to do. Like sometimes I come up with an idea for like a whole room box or a whole like dollhouse, and then sometimes I'll come up with an idea for just like a little tiny place. I don't know how to describe it without giving away what it is, because I do plan on doing a video over it at some point. You'll see. So first I'm just gonna go over what I did in 2023. You can kind of see here behind me a couple of the things I did on this channel. By the way, if the lighting's different, I'm trying to try some stuff out because the overhead lighting in this house is atrocious. Starting off with the most recent, I did do, or tried to do, a video every week during October, which is different than my normal upload schedule, which is every other week. And I did my demon baby crib thing, which was just like a refurb of an old piece of dollhouse furniture I got. I did my Ouija board slumber party, which I learned a lot about. In that video, I learned a lot about making mini candles and figuring out how to make miniature salt, which turns out you just use snow. You use like the fake terrain snow and it looks like salt. And then I also did my Haunted Mansion one, which is right here. Haunted Mansion one I think was really fun and cute. It was super easy, and I wanted to do it so that way if someone else loved Haunted Mansion as much as me, they could also make it very easily. Very easy miniature to make. Going back further, I did finish my skee ball machine, which I started actually in January of 2023. I went back and looked, and I actually started it in January, and I think I finished it in September towards the end of the month. So it took me like 9 months to finish, and honestly a lot of that was because I was moving across country and I just kept putting it out. I had a lot going on. 2023 wasn't the best year for me, which is why I'm really hoping, I know that 2024 is gonna be the year for me. But I did finish my skee ball machine finally, which I'm very happy with. There were things I would change about it, things I learned, but overall I think it looks great and I love it. So I finished that as well. Up here as well as my mid-century modern door, which you can kind of see, which is just supposed to be inspired by architecture that I love and homes that I love. I love mid-century modern homes and architecture and doors and everything. I collect a lot of mid-century modern stuff, and I hope that someday I'll be able to own a mid-century modern home, even though they're very expensive. And that was just kind of like my homage to wanting to own one someday. I also got working on resin for the first time in this scale. I've done resin, like little charms, years and years and years ago when it was like really popular. And I know that I have a project coming up that hopefully I'll be doing in February that's gonna have resin in it. I needed to practice with resin in a higher scale because, like I said, I'd only ever done charms, so like little tiny pieces, right? The scale I'm gonna be working on, I needed some kind of practice. So I decided to do the swimming pool, which I think turned out okay. It kind of looks like somebody shot a piece of glass with a gun, and that's what it looks like to me. But overall, I learned some things about resin. You really have to seal it in or it will leak, and that is something I am worried about for my upcoming miniature for February. I'm hoping that it all works out in the end. But the majority of what I worked on this year was actually my cardboard castle, which is, if you don't know, I'm part of Bentley House Miniatures Patreon page, and on there everyone works on a project together, kind of like the same subject matter, and they make a room from a castle made out of cardboard. So this project is something I've been working on for a very long time, and I want to finish, and I have plans to finish early this year. However, one of my goals is to, let's just jump into my goals, because this is one of my goals. Goal number one. My first goal is to finish the cardboard castle. I wanted to finish it in the first couple months of the year, but I have a whole miniature diorama planned that I think works way better for February. So I'm actually going to have to put a pause on the cardboard castle during February. I'll have to focus on the other diorama, and then I'll go back to the cardboard castle. I don't have that many more videos to do. In fact, like I said, I have a couple of videos already recorded that I haven't edited yet that are over. I can't show you because it'll be a spoiler for the video, but I have worked on the cardboard castle since the last time you've seen it. Those videos will be coming out soon. In fact, one should be coming next week. Goal number two is, I actually wrote my goals down for this year, but I need to find out what I did with my bullet journal. And I'm back. Kind of. Oh, okay. I want to upload 20 videos this year, and that may not sound like a lot to some people, but I do also work a full-time job, and I am a writer as well, and I'm working with an agent to get a book published, so I have a lot on my plate, and a lot of stuff in my personal life this year is coming up, and I just know that I would like to try and get at least 20 videos done, hoping for more. We'll see what happens in the end. I think I'll be able to do more than 20, but I don't want to overextend myself just in case, because like I said, I have a lot going on this year, and my day job just takes up a lot of my time. My third goal is I'd really like to do a collaboration this year. I'd like to do 2 by the end of the year. I think it'd be fun. I watch collaboration videos on YouTube and people doing miniature collabs, and I just really like them. So I've done a collaboration on TikTok before, and I just think it'd be fun to do one on YouTube. So I'd like to do 2 before the end of the year. I do have a subscriber goal that I like to reach by the end of the year, just because I felt like I should have that on my list, to be honest. That's really honestly the only reason why. But it's not even a large number. It's not like I'm like, oh, 100,000. It's a small number in my opinion, but I'm not gonna give it to you just because it is a little embarrassing. I'm actually happy with the community that is already growing, and I'm excited to see that grow more. And the number ultimately doesn't matter. I just felt like it's one of those things where I feel like I should have that on my goal list, even though it's whatever. So last but not least, I want to build a custom dollhouse. Now, it's not a typical dollhouse. And by that, I mean, if you've ever watched Bentley House Miniatures, she's worked on an Addams Family house, and now she's working on a Beetlejuice house. Mine is going to be inspired by my own pop culture thing that I'm obsessed with. I actually had a few that I was deciding between. One, somebody else already made, and it was so good that I felt like I didn't need to, because it was so good. It was done so well in miniature that I was like, I'll leave that to you, that's your thing. It was just, it's so good. And then there was another one. Somebody else was also making one of the houses that I really liked, and I thought they were doing such a good job that I just didn't want to like step on any toes. And I know that no one would actually care in this community, that people are really amazing, and making miniatures is like, no one cares if you make something that somebody else has made. But I felt like these people were doing it so well that I was like, no, I'll pick something else, because I have so many things I was juggling anyway. So I have 2 left. One I know I'm gonna do first, and the second one I'm hoping to do in the future, but I can't tell you what it is yet, but it kind of relates to a video I've done in the past. And it's going to be a massive undertaking for me. I've never custom built a dollhouse before. I've never actually finished a dollhouse. I have 2. One I got semi-recently off of Facebook Marketplace, which you can see on my TikTok. I haven't actually started working on that one either yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna work on that this year, we'll see. But this is something that I've been thinking about for literally years. When I first started working on miniatures and I started watching Bentley House Minis, I saw her work on the Addams Family house, and I was like, I wanna do that. I wanna do that so bad for this. And for a while I was like, maybe I should do something smaller, and I'm just really excited. My goal is to get started on it this year. It'll be 4 stories tall in the end, including a roof that has some stuff on it. So my goal this year is to get started on the first floor. I don't know where I'm gonna, I mean, I have this office, but I don't know where I'm gonna put it in here. I don't know what I'm gonna build out of. I mean, I have lots to do. That's my main project this year, is to start that big project, and I'm very excited. I have some other like smaller goals. Like I'd like to make a stop motion puppet this year. I really enjoy stop motion, and I've watched some classes on how to make stop motion puppets and classes on how to make stop motion. However, it takes a lot of time, and I just feel like it'll take up a lot of time from my other miniatures. But I'd like to make at least 1 puppet this year. I bought all the stuff to make it when I took one of the classes, and I just never made it. So there's something else I'd like to at least dabble in, is making a puppet. And then also just, I guess, grow my following. I grow my following on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube. I have all 3. I love the community that is growing on all 3 of these platforms, and I just hope to foster that and grow it some more. I've always been a person that just liked to be surrounded by creatives, no matter what kind of creatives they were, whether that's writing artists that paint or sculpt or make miniatures. Like, I just love being around artists and talking about art in any capacity. So the bigger the community, the better, because that just means more people for me to talk to. If you can't tell, I'm an extrovert and I love to talk, so some people say too much and too fast. I get that critique a lot. But I believe that is all. I will be having a video come out next week. It should hopefully be out next Tuesday, if not Wednesday, at the very latest. I already have it all recorded. I just have to do some voiceover stuff, and then it'll be up, because I want to share what the cardboard castle looks like, and I cannot do that until I put these videos. That's all for this week. If you have any guesses at all about my big project that I'm making, based on the fact that it's 4 stories and has stuff on the roof, comment below and let me know. I don't know, that's probably very vague, but I don't know, maybe something popped in your head when I said that. So if so, comment below, let me know. And let me know below what your 2024 goals are with your miniatures. I'd love to know, because like I said, I like talking about art, so I want to talk to you about your miniatures. That's all for this week. There'll be a video next week. So if you like me, or you like miniatures, hit that subscribe button below, and I will see you in my next video, which is next week. Goodbye.